Hi guys, welcome to a video. Today I am reading Halo The Fall of Reach, the definitive edition by Nylund. And, well, it's the New York Times best-selling series based on the Xbox game. So here it is. Pretty cool. I'm going to read it to you today because not just ASMR artists, but a lot of people have been reading in front of the camera, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So, Halo The Fall of Reach. Halo The Fall of Reach by Nylund. Okay, here we go. For Sign Mitchell. She watched my six, patched me up, and provided transportation to my DZ every day. No soldier could ever ask for better support in the field, or a better wife. Acknowledgements to the 2010 edition. None of this would have been possible without Microsoft. Staffers Jacob Benton, Nicholas Sparth, Bouvier, Alicia Boratin, Gabriel Robo Gabo, Garza, John Goff, Kevin Grace, Tyler Jeffers, Frank O'Connor, Jeremy Patton-Wade, Kenneth Scott, and Kiki Wolfkill. Nor without the efforts of the staff at Tor Books, Tom Doherty, Eric Rabb, Whitney Ross, Seth Lerner, Megan Barnard, Teresa DeLucy, Jim Capp, Lauren Hogan, Heather Saunders, Nathan Weaver, Justin Golenbach, and Patty Garcia. 343 Industries would like to thank Bungie Studios, Scott Del Osso, it's spelled O-S-S-O, Ossos, I can't even say it, Nick Dimitrov, David Figanter, Nancy Figanter, Josh Kerwin, Brian Kowski, Eric Nylund, so, Bonnie Ross Ziegler, Phil Spencer, and Carla Wu. This edition features early drafts of the new cover art, which have been included periodically throughout the book. These images give a small insight into the process of creating the new cover from artists within 343 Industries. So, 343 Guilty Spark. So, Forward. When Bungie, Eric Lund, and Microsoft teamed up to create the novel Halo: The Fall of Reach, it was one of those things, an interesting and sudden opportunity, the kind of thing where you simply don't think about what's coming next. You react. Eric cranked that thing out in record time and sit back, or rather move on to other business. We were launching and supporting not only a game, but an entire business, a console that would go on to be the home base for Halo for another 10 years. Wow. The Fall of Reach wasn't the first novelization of a video game. There had been several, in fact, before that, all had different layers and measures of success. But Fall of Reach did something unexpected. I won't bother talking about sales or success as it relates to dollars and numbers or bestsellers lists, but it reached a level of success that was unprecedented and would continue for years to come, with Eric and other authors thriving in this new space. It bridged the invisible gulf between story, universe, game, and imagination. It was a brilliantly executed matrix of material that connected these disparate elements and cohesively pulled it all together, making Halo a game built on suddenness and mystery. Feel immediately like it had been around forever, and that we, the players, were just tuning in, catching a universe in motion. At a particularly exciting moment, the idea started when Nancy Fignatter, sorry, I can't say these people's names, then part of the Halo franchise team, and Jordan Wiseman, founder of Shadowrun creators FASA, among other things, decided that book publishing was something that Microsoft's nascent console business ought to be attached to. They worked to find a good publishing partner and writers to germinate the idea, and ended up working with Eric Trotman, Eric Nylund, of course, and Bungie to begin the novel. Eric did something remarkable. He fleshed out in just a few short weeks a nascent universe that we've continued to build on, and continued to connect the dots between those disparate stars, some of which were planted in Halo firmament in the Fall of Reach. Reach wasn't just a piece of deliberate universe building, but a careful exercise in crisis avoidance. Eric had the challenge of not only creating believable characters with history and impact, but ensuring they didn't step on the toes of a story that's still in motion. This is not an inevitable task, and it takes a patient, understanding imaginative type of writer to create grand fiction with those kinds of restrictions. And yet, Eric was somehow able to use those restrictions not as training wheels or prison bars, but rather as a high tensile springboard from which to launch a whole new aspect of the universe, one grounded in the dirt and blood of the Spartan program as it existed rather than the mystery and awe of the universe where the Master Chief is the last standing Spartan. It seems absurd on its face to talk about the scale of those two facets of the Halo universe, but in some ways, Fall of Reach is smaller and more personal, while at the same time deeper and denser than the wide open enigmas and vistas of the game. Wow. Whereas Halo is all about loneliness and exploration, Fall of Reach is about a different kind of journey that of childhood and adulthood to adulthood, and that of innocence to war. For both its protagonist and the species he champions, and the process itself was almost as grueling as the Spartan training. Eric had very limited access to Bungie, hard at work finishing the game, and basically had to rely on a large drop of information, the seeds of the fabled story Bible, from Jason Jones and Bungie, while his writing partner and co-heavy lifter at the time, Eric Trotman, consolidated feedback and information from the team and filtered it to and with Eric Nylund. And again, all this is a hyper compressed timeline to take advantage of a narrow window of opportunity. The book went from conception to final print in a staggering 4 months. It was a collaborative effort, but often blindly so. In the riot of noise for the launch of the game, the book took a back seat, but only for a short drive. As the game exploded in popularity, people became curious about the backstory of this deliberately obfuscated protagonist, putting yourself in the Master Chief's Mjolnir boots was probably one of the most satisfying experiences gamers ever had. But curiosity about a universe you're inserted to literally mid-battle propelled cells of the novel, and it just continued to sell. We've made a lot of Halo novels since then with a broad range of writers, and one thing remains the same from Eric Nylund to Karen Travis to Greg Bear and beyond. The Halo sandbox of characters, events, and emotions is a perfect background from prose. And this is literally just the beginning. Wow. And then it gets into the prologue, but we'll get into that next time. There's the prologue. Wow. What a good story. So, like I said, this was Halo, The Fall of Reach. hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was something different for you guys. Not something that I always get my nose into when it comes into reading. Like, leisure reading is fun, but, like, doing it on a video, I've done that once, and I've given it some thought over the months, and a lot of people are taking a peek to it, so I think I'm going to start it up again. There was another book. I have to check that video again because I forgot what the book was called, but I read a book and on the video, and yeah, don't even remember the name of it. But yeah, so very interesting story. I think it's amazing how they broke it into segments about how all those people, Bungie, 343, all came together and created not just a book, but a game that's popularity is so outstanding, you know. And I'm not surprised because, I mean, everybody in the world talks about Halo, even if you're not a quote-unquote Halo fan. So, yeah, but anyway, I'll read it next time. And yeah. And can you believe it was $1? I still got the price tag on it. See, look, it's $1 still. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Creep it out.